Enough. Uncle Bud would always swear they had a pill you could drop into the gas tank and miraculously you'd be talking 200 miles to the gallon. But no, they were not about to let that out. That was something he knew for sure. He'd read it in a magazine, and it turned into one of his favorite theories. Those flimsy sticks he rubbed together, trying to light up the dark they worked so hard to keep him in. Sundays, we pass the mashed potatoes around the table for their pale, watery lesson. Just when we think we can't take any more, there we are in spite of it all, helping ourselves. Bud loved dreaming up other people's secrets, letting us know he was onto something big this time. It put a dollop of hope into his hapless days. They breathed the same planet's air as he did, and they had power, cigars, prestige to burn. The one time I actually managed to whisper, "Enough's enough," I wasn't sure who I wanted to hear it. My uncle, my mother, in the relentless bounty of her kitchen, the inexplicable blue sky. "That's what they'd like you to believe," he told me, "so don't." And right before pie, I stood corrected. You'll find out too much is not enough, not nearly, in this life. Each Sunday we watched him pull away in his dilapidated Buick, looking incredibly smaller behind the wheel than he'd seemed the week before. No one wanted to tell me he was dying, that cancer cells arranged his doing in. At first, a vicious rumor slowly spreading, then turning more insidious and true. He had to know the pain, if not the reason. No doctors in cahoots would ever get their hooks in him, gladly take too many days of his hard-knock salesman's money for x-rays and needles and biopsy slides that only might confirm what he'd secretly been feeling all along. There's nothing we can do. And I remember thinking, if there truly is a pill, it would be only fair to let him have it, finally, no questions asked. How much could it hurt? And he wouldn't have to stop and ask directions he never quite trusted, or resign himself to another $3 of regular, and hope he wouldn't run out before he made it halfway to anywhere. In theory, just this once, he could drive himself crazy, or elated, unbelievably whole, and keep on going, humming along with the steady engine, a secret at last sized so exactly to his heart's desire that maybe he'd find himself feeling like one of them for a minute, and for a minute more at least, that would be enough. And having gone as far as he could, almost off the map, falling into blue, maybe then he'd really pull over, kick off his dependable shoes, all in due time, forever. And I knew it wouldn't be Uncle Bud without one of the bad habits he couldn't break, swearing his luck had changed into something more comfortable and good. So I imagined him spitting into the ocean, still intent on making his small difference even in the face of his own ridiculous dying, waiting out the dark, the rising tide, staking every one of his feverish claims all over again in the sand at the edge of the knowable world.